You know what it is. I'm back in action. We just got back from Georgia. We visited a church down there, and the pastor was preaching. There was one thing that he said that really caught me. He got on the subject of deliverance. When a person is delivered, now I can't remember the scripture, but I am familiar with the scripture. When a person's house is cleaned out, from delivered from the enemy or whatever else, he goes away for a moment. Then he comes back and he finds the house clean and swept and everything else. And he comes back with several of his other buddies because the house has not been filled up again. It was just cleaned out. The devil, he comes back, where the evil spirit comes back with several other spirits worse than he is. And then the person's state is worse than it was before.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. Then he said, I will return unto the house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. He goeth in and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. From Matthew chapter 12, verse 43 through verse 45.
When I heard that, I actually heard it different for the first time. I was always so busy hearing that and thinking about a person dealing with addictions. So let's just say, I don't know, I was addicted to alcohol or porn, or the big ones. And let's just say I was able to turn away from it and get that stuff out of my system. I always looked at it as, if I go back to it, then it's harder to get that back out of my system again, because I've just taken all my traditional things that I've cast away and brought them back. And then I find myself, after fighting all that way to get them out, I'm back down at ground zero again and got to start over. That way it's harder to overcome it again, because now my situation seems worse, because now it's doubly hard. I did all that work for nothing, and now I got to start over because it took so long the first time. Now you got to do it again. It's overwhelming. Anyway, that whole situation about the house being cleaned out and the devil comes back and your situation is worse than the first, the message that he was talking about was, once you are delivered, once that is out of your house, so to say, whatever that situation is, you have to draw unto him. He said, draw unto me all those heavy laden.
It reads, come unto me, all ye that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 30.
That's the same scripture the pastor used. The problem is, after we're delivered, we don't draw unto him. And he taught that. But what occurred to me, it was more than addictions that we deal with. And I'm going to tell you what occurred to me. It made me think of somebody I knew who was delivered from cancer. And I'm the first person to say, well, God delivered you. What you worried about then? Keep going with your life. Don't look back. Don't be fearful and everything else. But then the cancer comes back. So now it starts making me think that that's what they meant when it's just not about addictions. It's about health and everything else. If God casts something out of you, if God pulls something out of you, if he delivers you from something, now from that area your house is clean. If you don't draw into God, the source of the person that got rid of all that stuff, if you don't draw close unto him, then it's a good chance the enemy comes back, the devil comes back, that disease, that sickness, that addiction will come back, rise up on you, and infect you again, and then your state is worse than the first, because even when you're dealing with sicknesses, it's like, oh man, I got healed from something that was going to kill me. Oh, you take a breath. and then you go for a year or whatever else, and you're living your life and everything else, and next thing you know, that thing comes back on you. You're like, how am I going to get rid of this again? I thought I had the faith to get rid of it, and I thought I did, but now it's back. Maybe it didn't work. Now your state is worse than it was to begin with, because your confidence has been let down after you thought you had the victory. So if I can encourage anybody, it's specifically like this. You press and believe and wait and hope for and show patience and continuance and continue to talk to God and cry out to Him for your deliverance, for your healing, for whatever needs to be cleaned out of you. And once that happens, you continue to draw unto God. Because if you continue to draw unto Him, that means you're drawing unto the one that is the source that provided the deliverance, that provided the healing. And if He did it and you draw close to Him, it's almost like protection. If you got a big brother and there's a bully, and your big brother confronts that bully, or your big sister confronts that bully, and that bully realizes that they can't handle your big brother, you stay next to your big brother when dealing with that bully. You stay next to your big brother, that bully will always see you with that big brother and won't dare come near you. But the minute that bully sees you away from that big brother, he realizes you ain't protected no more. He comes back. And now he's striking vengeful for all the time that you wasted, that he could have been getting his bully on. He's gonna put double the pressure on now to make sure that you can't get back to that big brother. I hope that makes some sense to y'all. But anyway, be encouraged no matter what you're going through. Trust God; He'll see you through. I'm completely confident in that. How, when, not why, but how, when, and where. I can't say that I'm completely confident in that. I just know He will. His timing, his place and time and everything else, that's solely on Him. I just know that He will. So you got to have the faith, the patience, the continuance to stick with your hope and your faith to say He will, and just wait until He does. And that's about it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. God bless.